Welcome back to another episode of
The Cox Family Cooking.
I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Olivia.
And today, what are we making?
We're making our Brussels sprouts.
And these are roasted Brussels sprouts. So if you've never had Brussels sprouts you liked, it's probably because they were cooked wrong. I know that was the case for me. So I didn't start liking Brussels sprouts till about 7 or 8 years ago when one of my friends made them for me at dinner. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is how they're supposed to taste. And since then, they've become a staple in our family. So what do we need to get started with?
So we get started with a baking tray.
So we have our baking tray. And then we also have, just in a bowl, some Brussels sprouts. So as much as makes sense for your family. But what we did is we took some Brussels sprouts, we cut off the stems, and these are gonna be fresh Brussels sprouts. And then we took off the outside peel, and then we cut them in half. And that's because my family's not a big fan of the stems. Some people like them, we really just don't. So after I have those done, I'm gonna take some extra virgin olive oil, and I'm just gonna really cover the Brussels sprouts with them. And that way we can get the salt and pepper to stick to them. So Olivia, do you want to be my tosser today?
Yes.
Perfect. So she's going to get her hands dirty. So she's just going to toss them with that olive oil. Keep tossing. And then after she's done tossing them and they're all coated, we'll add salt and pepper. Does that look good? Okay, let's add some salt and pepper, and then you can toss them for the salt and pepper. And once again, just season them with salt and pepper based on what makes sense for your family. We like a lot of pepper in this house, so I add a little bit more maybe than the normal person would. Go ahead and toss them. And then I always have her toss them again. And then what we'll do is we'll check to see if you can kind of feel the salt and pepper on the Brussels sprouts. So if it feels a little bit gritty, you're probably good and you don't need to add any more. You also want to check to make sure that they're thoroughly coated in olive oil. So do you think they need more olive oil, or are they good?
I think they're good.
Okay, a little bit more salt and pepper. And we always start off with a little bit less salt and pepper than we think we need, because you can always add more, but you can never take it back. We learned that one time, didn't we? Yeah, we may have put, by accident, 2 tablespoons of salt in something when it meant 2 teaspoons. Or was that Dad? That was Dad. We don't do that type of stuff. All right, so after we get that done, that looks perfect. She is just gonna dump those on our baking tray. Go ahead. All right, and then if you want, you can be fancy and have them all be the same side up. We don't do that, do we?
Yeah, we just like to spread it out.
Just spread them out for me. All right, while she's spreading them out evenly on the baking tray, what you're gonna do once that's done is you're gonna pop them in a 425-degree oven. Now these are gonna take about 25 to 30 minutes. And what we like to do is when there's about 10 minutes left, we pull them out and then we lightly cover them in shredded or grated Parmesan cheese. So that adds a really awesome flavor to the Brussels sprouts. But the other thing it does is it creates these delicious Parmesan crisps that we just absolutely as a family love. Now, this is just kind of our plain roasted Brussels sprouts. The other thing you can do with them, if you don't want to do something with Parmesan cheese, is do the exact same thing we just did. Go a little bit less on the salt and pepper, and then add brown sugar. So if you add some brown sugar to them, you're gonna get these really delicious, almost like candied Brussels sprouts. They'll cook at the exact same time. You won't pull them out of the oven to add the Parmesan because that would be kind of weird. But it's a great way to get started on Brussels sprouts and get your kids to like them. That's actually how we started at our house. So that is our roasted Brussels sprouts. We hope that you like them and give them a try. Thanks for watching another episode of
The Cox Family Cooking.
I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Olivia.
And we're gonna go wash Olivia's hands. Bye.